And I'm recording. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I am Aaron or Gothic, whatever you want to call me by. And I'm here with Emmy today, and we are going to be talking about favorite animals that we want people to know more about.
Yes,
So
yes.
I have a few. The first one I'm going to be talking about is pigeons, because pigeons are cute. What about you, Emmy?
Pigeons! I want to talk about the axolotl. Axolotl? Axolotl?
Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, those are cute. Any other ones you're gonna be talking about?
Um, I, I, I didn't think about it, but I'll think about it while we're talking about it. I know something will come up in my head.
Yes. Mine is probably gonna be rats and jumping spiders because I love those
Wow!
things.
Jumping spiders, yeah, they're so cute. Oh my god. I don't like spiders,
Right?
but those are cute.
I want to get one as a pet. You can, and they're very easy to care for. But the first one I'm talking about is a pigeons. So I know a lot of people don't like pigeons because, like, they invest cities and stuff like that, and people view them as dumb and stuff. But pigeons are actually one of the smartest birds in like the population of birds. Bleh.
Burp.
Yes. They're the smartest. And I was actually surprised when I looked this up and I was reading about it and they're like, "Oh yeah, these are the smartest birds you can find." I'm like, "What? Wait, since when?" I thought they were cute and everything. I didn't know they were smart. That smart.
So, well, I know they weren't they, aren't they like able to send messages and stuff? Are those the same verbs?
Yes. They were used in World Wars for carrier pigeons. They also were used for rescues in the like people who got lost at the sea. They would use pigeons to find people who are lost. And
Ooh.
I actually didn't know about that part until I was looking into it more, and it was surprising. But yeah, they were used as a way to deliver messages, especially during war. So they helped like prevent wars and stuff like that. Not prevent them, but like stop them and save lives.
I didn't
And
know that.
yeah, I I knew they were used as carrier pigeons, but I didn't realize they were used during wars for that purpose. But it makes sense, I guess. Also, like, I feel like people forget, like, people love doves, but I'm like, doves are just pigeons. White pigeons.
Doves are pigeons?
Yes.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yes, doves are just pigeons that are white. I've seen some in the city. They're just, you know, pigeons.
Well, now I feel like my life is a lie. Well,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
only like pigeons for the is it the religious context of it or whatever? Like Catholics? Am I
Um,
thinking about that right?
I didn't read that much into the religious context of them that much because I wasn't really interested. But they've been used in multiple different religions, so like I'm pretty sure the Egyptians had something to do with them as well.
Oh, okay.
But as I recall, yeah, Christians had something to do with them as well. But I don't but then everyone hates pigeons.
I think pigeons
Not
are pretty
everyone.
cute. I like the way
They're
they
cute.
bob their heads.
Oh my god, me too. I love it. I'm like, you know the reason they do that actually helps with their vision. That's how they see.
What? Really?
Because their eyes are on the side of their heads, and I guess they need to bob in order to see properly.
I love everything about that.
Right? They're just so cute, and you can have them as pets.
Oh my god. I don't know if you ever watched. You're a little bit younger than me, so I don't know if you ever watched Hey Arnold.
I probably did, but I don't remember anything about it.
There's a guy in that show that loves pigeons, and he just had a bunch of pigeons. And it was the
Yeah.
best episode ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I love pigeons. They're so cute. The way they bob their heads and like they're super smart and that people don't realize how smart they are. Apparently, I didn't even realize how smart they were. But yeah, I love pigeons. Just oh god. I want one as a pet, but I have cats.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and I live in
Yeah.
an apartment building, and it wouldn't be a great fit. Which is why I'm looking into a jumping spider, because their enclosures are literally probably just the size of like a tall speaker. They're not that big. They don't
Jump
require that much.
jumping spiders used to scare me because I don't like spiders in general. They kind of creep me out. But
Hmm.
those, ever since I saw on TikTok like people posting videos of them, they're kind of cute.
Yes, I love the peacock jumping spiders.
Oh my God, what does that mean? Are they colorful?
Yes, they're colorful and they dance.
Oh, they doing the
Unfortunately,
dance.
unfortunately though, you can't own those ones as pets because their lifespans are really short
Oh no.
and they're tiny, tiny. So like you can't have them as pets. But you'd have the other jumping spiders, which is my plan. You only have to feed them every 3 days, and I'm like, that's perfect for me because I forget to feed my fish sometimes. I know I'm a horrible person, guys. I just forget sometimes, but they're fine. They are. I think my fish are 2 years old.
Ooh.
They're still going on strong, even though I'm surprised. Most of the fish I've kept in my lifetime only last a year, and I know that's probably because I haven't. I've only recently started collecting fish and having them as pets. So I was beginner and didn't know exactly what I was doing. So I have some fish that have survived a lot longer, although my guppies ate all each other.
Oh gosh.
There is no reason for them to eat each other. I don't know what happened. The guy at the pet store was like, "Oh yeah, if you just have 5 males and 5 females, they'll be fine." And then the males killed all the females, and I was like, "Are they gay fish?"
Yeah,
And then the males killed each other, and I'm left with one guppy that's white,
yeah. You
who I'm not 100% sure is male or female. I don't know which one he is actually, because he looks like he has the male fins, but he also looks like he has female ones as well. I'm like, are you intersex or something?
is it possible for them to change their sex? I know some fish do, like
Some, yeah.
the tropical fish. I forgot what it's called. The
No, I
clownfish.
know. Yeah, they are cool. I wish I could do that. Like, I mean, I am, but I wish I could do that physically. You know?
It'd be much easier.
Yes.
You could just be like, I'm changing now.
I don't think guppies can. I think it's just he might be intersex or he's just very confusing.
Okay, I'm also confusing. I understand this.
Okay. Uh, that's all really I have about pigeons, other than they're cute and like they're smart as fuck compared to all the other birds.
Poor
And
burbs.
they bob their heads. You can't like they just got their groove on.
They do be getting their groove on.
I love them. Emmy, I love them.
They do be.
What do you have?
Um,
What?
axolotl.
Mm-hmm.
And I know as of recently, especially after the Minecraft update, they've gotten a little bit popular. So it's not as something that like everybody hates per se. But I
Yeah.
think people, if they see them in real life, probably are a little bit turned off because they don't look as cute in real life as they do depicted in like, Minecraft or like I know Squishmallows have a lot of axolotls that people love, but they look cute.
Yeah, I have one squishmallow oxalotl under my feet right now. He's my footrest.
Yes, and they're very cute. Look, I personally think they're cute still in real life. They look like little frogfish,
Mm-hmm.
and I love me some frogs. So, the reason why I think that people should love axolotls more, axolotl, I can't say it. Um, literally, first of all, the name means water dog,
Yeah.
and I think that's fucking amazing. And I like that they can come in different colors. I think the most common one is like brown and like a whitish pink color,
Mm-hmm.
but they have so many different other colors that they can be. I think is cute. You can only find them in one place. They're very bougie. They only live in one place, in Mexico. Naturally, of course.
Yes.
Um, and unfortunately, the reason why, one of the biggest reasons I think we should love axolotls and help them is because they're endangered almost. They are endangered almost species. Um, and I don't know what the result of that is. I don't know if it's the climate that they live in, or human beings. I don't know, but we managed to help an endangered. What was it? Was it? It wasn't. Wait, was it pandas? I can't remember what we helped that was like endangered almost, and we kind
We've
of,
done a lot of that kind of stuff
yeah,
because we are the ones that fucked them over
yeah.
most of the time.
I think it's only right to help them. But yeah, I love them. I love how they swim, and they, when you have them, they just like sit there and on the ground on their feet, and they just look at you, and they smile at you every day, because they
Yeah.
love you, or they hate you. You don't know. You can't tell. They're just smiling, and I love that. Um,
Fair.
and I don't know. They're just so, I have so much stuff written down, but I'm so distracted by power wash. Hang on. Um, Something I learned about them that I was kind of terrified is that apparently you can eat them.
But I mean, I guess you can eat any animal if you're brave enough.
And I don't know who found that information out, but somebody said they taste like white fish.
Oh,
So I guess like a tilapia, maybe? They probably taste like a tilapia.
probably. I don't know. I've never eaten fish.
Oh, really?
I am not a seafood person. I hate anything that comes from the sea. I don't want to eat it.
Oh man, I'm very much the opposite.
It freaks me out.
I love me some seafood. For my birthday, I had a seafood broil. Of course, I'm the only
Yeah.
one that ate it, but yeah,
Well,
Rach was freaking out because I was like cracking the legs.
oh god.
The snow crab. She was like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "This is my meal."
I mean, that's how you do it. You would like my mom's then. They like seafood a lot as well.
Ooh,
They know some pretty good restaurants up here.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. We don't have a lot of good seafood restaurants because we don't live by the ocean,
Yeah.
but
Well, aren't you in like a small townish?
yeah, and I live in a small town, a small
Well, that
backwater town, so that
yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I'll do it.
So I guess like you probably won't be able to do that just because of the fact that you live in a small town. So if
Yeah.
you ever come up to the cities where I am, we will go to a place together, and I won't eat seafood, but my mom's will show you some good seafood
Oh
restaurants.
my god, I love
They
it.
know, they know some good restaurants up here.
Love it. I love it. I love it.
But no, like I knew a lot about oxalotls already, because I forget where I learned a bunch of the really information, but I learned a lot about it, and I think the reason why they are like close to an extinction was because of the way they function. They don't like being with other oxalotls.
Oh, that's a mood.
From what I remember, that's what it was talking about. They're solitary animals. They don't like being with each other. Or I'm confusing them with betas.
I think I wrote it down. Uh Oh, the only thing I found about it, apparently, all I wrote was habitat loss, pollution, and
But yeah,
invasive species like tilapia and carp.
I'm sure there's more than like one reason,
Yeah,
but that's what I remember hearing was that they just don't like being around each other. I'm like, that's fair. I don't like being around humans.
I
I
don't
mean,
either. Yeah,
I do and I don't.
I same. I like this over online. Like this, I like this. I don't like
Mhm.
physically being with people.
I like physically being with people, but not all the time. Just like when I want it. I do better in person a lot of the times with people because then you get to see my crazy. ass self in person more. So, especially like in school. When I was in high school, oh my god, I was a crazy little shit.
Oh, me too. I was cringe as I. You think I'm cringe now? I was cringe as fuck in high school.
Yeah, I had a lot more energy in high school, and for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, in those environments, they just set me off into a chaotic mood. So, like, oh my god, I don't know. I did a lot of crazy stuff in high school and school in general, because, yeah, I'll have to share some of those stories with you on here, because there's some stories about me and my friends.
Ooh, we love some stories.
But yeah, I feel like oxalatos are also becoming more popular, like you said, because of Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that necessarily, like, it's a good thing, but also, like, I guess it's a bad thing because people like oxalatos, but I don't think anyone's doing effort to save them, per se,
Oh,
except for
yeah.
owning them as pets, which is fine. That keeps their population up, but they should be alive in the wilds as well.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, and I think this could apply to, I know you're about to talk about the jumping spider. I think that can apply with that too, because people people as humans like to take and own like exotic animals and stuff and don't actually do anything for the exotic animal. They just like it because it's
They don't know how to take care of
yeah.
properly. So there's a certain type of cat that I really want called a Savannah cat, and they're bred with a wild cat, so a Cerveral, and a house cat. And the attention and needs they require are really high, and most of the time when people end up buying these cats, they end up giving them back or finding a different home because they don't realize how much work it is to take care of these cats. Like
Aw.
these cats require like constant exercise, constant engagement, and they require like actual meat. You can't just give them regular old cat food all the time. You need to put meat in their diet. Like these cats are expensive and a lot to take care of. Just like I would imagine with wolf dogs.
Oh my god, wolf dogs are so pretty.
But like these animals can be great pets as long as you know how to take care of them properly.
Right, yeah.
And you're not forcing them. Like if you get a wild pet and they clearly aren't happy in your home, then you need to find a sanctuary or something for them and not keep them because if they're not happy, they don't deserve to be in your home.
Yeah, I agree.
Cuz like there's a lot of pets I would love to have other than just like a jumping spider, like fox or a raccoon or like those types of pets. And the way I want to get them is saving them from a fur farm. I wouldn't want to just go out and grab a random wild animal. It'd be specifically an animal that can't go back to the wild anyways, so it needs some sort of sanctuary or home. And I would want to build an outdoor closure for it to be in. And if I couldn't take care of it, then I would absolutely make sure it's going to a good sanctuary, but I'm one for researching and making sure I can do what is needed for an
I
animal.
think that's very responsible. I wish more people did that instead of making impulse buys on
Mhm.
animals.
Yeah. I also wish people. So I understand the whole concept of adopt, don't shop, because shopping just like encourages puppy mills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, but these animals who are from the puppy mills, if you're not buying them, they're not going to a home.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I'm like, what about the
Like,
ones that are there already?
I agree that puppy mills and those types of facilities shouldn't exist and they should be banned and like taken care of, but that doesn't mean you don't love that animal. That animal still deserves a home.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most people would agree with that, but that like you can still shop. You can also still buy animals from breeders that are good breeders. So like if you want a Savannah, you have to buy this Savannah cat from a breeder. You can't get it from a rescue or a humane society. You have to strictly go buy from a breeder. And there's good breeders out there. Like it's okay to want a purebred animal. These purebred animals deserve just as much love as non-purebred animals.
Yes, I
I
agree.
always hear these kind of like talks going on, and people uh, just like putting all the blame on the animal instead of the people who are causing the harm.
I don't
Like,
understand why
it's
people blame animals like they can do something about it.
it's not the animal's fault it was born in a puppy mill or it comes from someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They still deserve a home and love,
That's how I feel about like pit bulls and stuff. People like hate on pit bulls so much because they're like apparently violent, but I feel
and
like
they're
it's
not.
the person that makes them.
It's it's the people who care for them.
Yeah.
That's what it's the person, the owner's responsibility, not the dogs. Because pit bulls aren't on the top list of aggressive dogs. It's actually like German shepherds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear in like chihuahuas and stuff,
Oh God, yeah. Those little beans are,
right?
oh my,
Aggressive.
they are ankle biters.
But I'm aggressive too, and I'm tiny as fuck, so yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, pit bulls aren't actually aggressive. It's what their owner treats them like, and what
Mm-hmm.
happened in their life. Like, if a pit bull is aggressive, it's either because their owner doesn't treat them right, or doesn't teach them correctly, or they were bred for fighting purposes, which is horrible. Pit bulls are very low temper and so sweet. They're so
Oh yeah.
sweet.
Oh yeah. I've never met a pit bull that was aggressive. I've met pit bulls that were like just the sweetest, cuddliest, nicest little things.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah. Also, it's also probably because people often see families with dogs and they'll let their kids climb all over the
Oh
dog and not
yeah.
respect its boundaries. It's like, if you're not going to respect the dog and it bites at you, then that's your own fault. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
climbing all over a dog, and you should tell your kid, hey, we don't climb all over the dog. The dog
Honestly,
has.
I think most people shouldn't be buying dogs or cats or any animal when you have a young child.
I think it depends, because, like, there's people out there who know how to properly teach their kid to respect the animal. It's the people who aren't teaching their kids to respect animals is the problem.
Hmm.
Because if I had a kid and I saw my kid being rude to my cat or something, like it would automatically be like, hey, we're not doing this because that's not nice. Like it's up to the parents, you know?
Yeah. That's a whole I have a whole backlog of talking about parental
God,
parental
parental,
stuff.
God, parents.
Parental
Yeah,
mistakes.
yep. And considering both of us don't have kids, if we ever talked
Hmm.
about it, we're gonna have a bunch of people being like, "You can't say anything. You've never had a kid. You don't know what it's like." It's like, hmm,
Well,
hmm. So does that mean someone who? It's just like that kind of argument doesn't ever make sense.
oh no, it. Those people that say that don't know anything about their children. Honestly, probably.
Probably.
I think if you're gonna have children to be responsible for that child, I think you should take a class on child development or something.
Yes, I think we
Um.
mentioned this last podcast. I
Oh, did
think we
oh
were
did
talking
we?
about that.
Wow.
Um, or we talked about it in a stream. But yeah, I agree. People should take child development psychology classes because
Mm-hmm.
those are much more they have much more useful information than what the classes were in high school for getting ready to be
Oh
parents.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, big time.
Because the getting ready to parent one is just for like having babies, I think.
Yeah, like isn't it like they teach you like oh my god, stupid shit like how to change a diaper or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't take it. It wasn't required in my school, so I didn't take it because I was like, I don't want kids.
I took it because it was an easy A.
I also didn't want to take a crying robot baby home.
God, we had flour. I live in such a backwater town. We didn't even have a robot. We had a bag of flour.
Really. Oh my god, that's so weird. I lived in a really small town and we were still given like babies. But to be fair, it's in the Midwest. Midwest has a little bit better um education than the South.
Absolutely. The
But
South has horrible education.
yeah, so to be fair, you have underfunded education systems
Hmm.
down there.
Yeah, big time underfunded.
So yeah. The other animal I was gonna talk about was the jumping spiders and the
Jumping
rat.
spider. Oh yeah, rats. Oh my god, rats.
Rats are so cute, and they're really intelligent, and they can be really good pets.
Oh yeah. My brother and his husband had pet rats for a little while there. They were the cutest and best things ever.
I feel like people just view them as dirty,
Oh. You're
and
dirty.
I mean, probably, but people view them as dirty because, they carry diseases like every fucking animal does.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, every animal can carry diseases, not just rats.
It's almost like wild animals come into contact with diseases just like humans do. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Kind of weird
Also, not
concept.
every wild animal has rabies or something.
Oh, no. Actually, I heard that's kind of a rare thing, isn't it?
Um, yeah, and it's really easy to tell, not super easy, but it's easier to tell when they have rabies. Especially if you see a nocturnal animal out during the day,
Oh, yeah.
unless it's like it's injured or something. I think if it's outside during the day, then it's probably shouldn't go near it, and you should just call like animal whatever it's called. I forget what they're called.
Animal control?
Something like that, or a I do sanctuary instead because animal control. Some animal controls have been known to just kill those animals on spot,
Oh, what?
and I don't necessarily agree with that.
Oh.
Because you don't. I mean, the animal could well just be injured and not have rabies or something.
Yeah, the only time I think that's okay, I don't know if I know this correctly, but isn't rabies incurable? And
If you have it, you can go into a hospital. Like, if you get bitten by an animal with rabies or come in contact with one with rabies, you just really need to go in right away and they'll give you a rabies shot.
okay.
It's a problem when it becomes further long. I think at the 24 hours mark, it's like you're dead. You're not going to survive. I forget exactly what it's like how much time you have to get in and get treated. But I think after 24 hours, it's like you're not coming out of this.
Oh man. Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, and my mom said apparently the rabies shot really hurts, like it's painful. I meant to look it up because I wanted to see the information because I didn't know if she was using like information she was taught when she was younger or not. So I wanted to see, but then I never looked it up and I was like, oh, whoops, whatever, I guess. I forgot to look it up.
I
But,
mean, I'm sure it hurts. There's a lot of shots with medication that burns like shit.
well, I know, but she was like saying it hurts her. Like they will go out of their way to find the animal who attacked you to see if they have rabies or not before giving you the shot because apparently it just really painful and everything. I'm like, really?
God.
But yes, if you get in the soonest, if you get in, you want to get in ASAP if you get attacked by something with rabies, cause yeah, otherwise you're kind of dead. Rabies is a
Yeah.
horrible virus or whatever it is, and it causes some crazy stuff.
Zombies?
No, no, I don't think so. Oh god. Oh yeah, rats are like known to carry diseases and stuff, and they can overpopulate really quickly because they're kind of like bunnies, I guess, in the way they reproduce.
Oh my, they be getting down.
I think rats can produce quite a lot of babies in a matter of a few months. So yeah, they have the but like people like bunnies still. Bunnies over
Mm-hmm.
reproduce like fucking crazy, but people are like, oh no, rats are gross and scary. I'm like, no, they're not. They're cute as fuck. They're only
Arguably, aren't bunnies more aggressive? Aren't they like a little bit more aggressive? Or they're like they don't like people as or not trusting as people as easy as rats are?
sure.
I
I'm
have
sure.
yet to have good experiences with a bunny, and I have never been bitten by pet rats, but pet bunnies bite me all the time. Maybe they just don't like me. I don't know, but
Well, I'm sure it depends on the rat. From what I read, female rats are a little bit more aggressive than male ones,
okay.
which is something I tend to find in animals is the female's usually a little bit more aggressive and the
Yeah. Yeah.
male's more like relaxed. So that doesn't surprise me all that much. But I don't know. Rats are super smart. They can be taught tricks and everything, and
Oh, I love that.
I don't know. They can be like a loyal companion for like your whole life, and they
It,
live a while.
this is a weird. Oh yeah, my brother's husband had his rats for like a long time.
Yeah, they live a while. What was the question you were gonna
Oh
ask?
yeah, this is a very weird question. But are rats like hamsters and they have like big balls?
Yes, I think so. That's such a weird question because I had hamsters when I was younger, and I don't ever remember them having big balls.
Oh, my hamster had really big. Well, he would
Oh
sleep on
god.
his balls like a pillow.
Oh my god. How useful though.
For real, you don't have to get comfortable. You just lay on them.
Yeah. So he was smart doing that.
He knew
Oh
what he
god,
was doing.
hamsters are aggressive though.
Oh yeah, they're kind of mean. Yeah.
I don't know why people suggest them as pets for kids cuz like they're aggressive. And if you don't respect their boundaries or anything and don't know how to properly introduce yourself to them, they get aggressive.
Oh yeah.
They should not be first-time pets for kids,
Mm-mm.
honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Not only that, but they don't live that long, so
2 years or 3 years maximum, I think.
yeah. That's kind of
And
it's
I
kind of
think they can,
sad.
yeah, but I think they can live longer depending how you take care of them.
Okay.
But yeah, you should just don't get hamsters as first-time pets for your kids. They're not gonna live a good life. Get them something else that's really easy to take care of and very docile to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Which I
Yeah.
know there's not a lot of small animals who are like that. But fish, just do fish.
Yeah,
Fish
fish are easy.
fish are nice. And don't get betas really small tanks. Don't do any tank under 5 gallons for any fish, guys. Any yeah, fish need a lot of space and room,
Mm.
unfortunately, and they don't do well in 1 gallon. So don't do that, guys.
I always never understood why people think that fish are okay in small tanks like that. Like, what
Because
do you
companies
think?
make them, and people think that because the fish are so small, they don't need a lot of room.
Hmm. Well, I guess I'll just stick you in a small box and see how well you do.
I know. I mean, I would like that, Emmy. Come just stick me in a box.
I'll put you in a box, and I'll put a little bed in there.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I like small spaces. But yeah, people just get fish, and if you're gonna do a beta fish, get at least a 5 gallon fish tank. And if you don't want a 5 gallon fish tank, do shrimp, I guess. Shrimp can go
Mm.
in smaller tanks,
I love shrimp. They're so
but don't.
cute.
Yeah, they are, but don't put them in 1 gallon. I'm not exactly sure on the carrot for shrimp. I just know they can go in smaller-ish tanks. I don't know. Don't quote me on that though. Look it up yourself. Do research.
Do your research.
Because I'm not as smart as I appear to be.
Yeah, I'm glad my stepdad was pretty he loves fish and he was always an advocate for making sure they get taken care of correctly.
Mhm.
He got some koi fish. He's got a big pond outside that he has koi fish in.
Oh, nice. See, I love fish too, but I can't, with my back problems, I can't clean their tank out as well as I'd like to.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, fish aren't for me. I wish I could have them, but currently I just need, when my current fish die, I'm not going to get any more because I can't clean their tank properly. And trust me, I've tried looking for homes for these fish because I'm like, you guys deserve a better home. So I posted ads and everything, and no one, literally no one responded.
Um.
I was like, ah, guys, I love you. I'll take care of you until I'll try and take as well care of you as I can because I can only do so much with my back problems. So, but I mean, they're alive. They're over 2 years old, so I mean, clearly there's something I'm doing right.
Oh yeah.
Because betas are very sensitive.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So the fact that my koi beta is still alive is shocking. So I must be doing it right, at least. I tend to put like snails and fresh like live plants in my tanks because if you have snails and plants, you don't have to clean it as much because those things are cleaning your tank for you as well, but you should be
Yeah.
still changing the water out.
Aren't snails? Can't they like? Aren't they kind of also very horny and they like reproduce very quickly?
Um, yes, if you have a male and female, there is a chance that your female could have sperm in her anyways
Oh
when
my.
you get her. Because my snail has since we moved, so 4 months ago, 5 months, something like that, has continuously laid eggs at the top of my tank.
Oh my. She had a storage in there.
Yeah, she did. And I can't have more snails in my tank. So what you do is just you take those eggs out and put them in water because they don't like water.
Oh. And they drown?
You think? Yeah, I don't know. You think they would grow in water and hatch in water, but they don't. They die in water
Huh.
until they hatched. So that's what I did. I didn't like doing it. I felt bad.
I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah, but she's still producing eggs, so
Yeah,
it's
I heard they can get invasive pretty quickly.
yeah. It also depends on the snail species. Like depends on which ones you get and everything like that. But yeah, they can get pretty bad. Oh my god, Emmy, I can see you carrying that ladder around. Oh my
Just
god.
doing my job.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So yeah, but I was talking about rats, wasn't I?
Rats and jumping spiders.
I hadn't been on jumping spiders yet. But I feel like rats probably would be, if you find a low-tempered one, would be a good starting pet for people, for kids. But I'm not sure. I think they can be relatively easy to care for, and they can be really friendly and everything. Just if you're gonna get a rat, probably go with male instead of female.
That's
But
aggressive.
you need more than one. Rats are community pets. They need more, like,
Yes.
you need to at least have two rats in a cage. You don't want them to be lonely.
I felt so sad. My brother's husband's rats. One of them died of old age, and the
Aw.
other one just died like a couple days later. I don't know if I'm not entirely sure why it did.
Aw.
I don't think he
Poor
wanted to be
dude.
alone. I don't know. Maybe he was heartbroken. It made me so sad.
Yeah, that is sad. I was gonna get rats at one point. I really wanted them, but I decided to go with the kitten instead. I wasn't too concerned because I have cats, obviously, but I wasn't concerned about my cat going after rats because I think he knows what is and isn't a pet. So we had guinea pigs and bunnies when I lived in with my dad and stepmom, and he never attacked them. If anything, he left them alone.
Oh,
So
good.
I think he knew, like, oh, if this pet is being handled by a person or blah, 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 this is a pet and I shouldn't attack. So I wasn't too concerned about him going after. my rats if I had them. But now I can't do rats because I have a kitten, and I don't think she would understand that concept.
Probably not. She'd be like, "Ooh, what is this dessert?"
Right? She eats flies all the time, but she's very good at catching them.
We love
So,
them out. I love them. I want a cat so bad.
oh, you could come see my kitty.
Yeah, I love cats. Rach has some
Yeah.
cats too, and every time I go to her house, I'm always like, "Let me just love on your children."
Yato would love that. He's the one that he's a shy boy too. Also, even though he's hunted mice before, like he's hunted mice, I still was like he wouldn't go after my rats if I had them. He clearly knows what he is and isn't supposed to do. Like he had a UTI once and he knew he wasn't supposed to go on the ground, so he found a newspaper or something and started going on that. I'm like, "Oh my god, baby." I
Aww,
know. Here's some medicine because he was on medication, but he had a UTI and but he knew he wasn't supposed to pee on the ground.
I love that. He's so responsible.
He is such a handsome boy. He'd be like, but he's big. He's a big boy. He's like 15 pounds.
Oh wow.
He's not fat though. It just he's a he looks like a wildcat a little bit. So he has like a wildcat build. So that's just how he is. He's a big kitty.
Yeah, my silly boy.
And I've never had a vet say he's like he needs to lose weight or anything. So he's fine.
I feel bad for my dog Biscuit, the younger one. He's a mix between a beagle and a Jack Russell. So his body proportions are a bit off. And
God.
I don't think I wouldn't say he's fat because we don't overfeed him. But every time I go to the vet's like, 30 pounds. He's getting kind of chunky. And I'm
I
like, don't
mean,
say that.
isn't there a reason you stopped having the feed him alert on Twitch?
Oh, yeah. Yes, people kept overfeeding. Like, it was back to back to back, and my child cannot eat that many snacks.
Yeah. But me, on the other hand, maybe you should get your own for feeding yourself.
Mm.
Just have
Oh,
snacks on there.
yeah. I'm actually gonna do
Yeah.
that for Halloween. I'm gonna do like a trick or treat one.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Either get sour candy or spicy candy, and then some good candy, and like a
Oh,
coin.
I wish there was candies I could eat, but I don't know if you know this, Emmy, but I have celiac, so I can't eat wheat or gluten.
Oh my god, I probably relate, but I've never got that checked out. I probably should.
It's just a blood test.
I
They'll check your levels, and if your levels are high, then you'll have to do an endoscopy.
I
But
could use with that.
it's just a blood test, and then if you do have it, they'll do more tests. But if you don't, then you don't have to do any more tests.
Yeah.
So
I need to get that checked because the reactions that I have when I eat certain food is incredible, and I just ignore it.
can I ask what reactions you have?
So, I've noticed that I eat things with a lot of like so pizza, bread, stuff like that. I immediately, almost immediately, it's like my stomach bloats. Um,
Oh,
have really horrible stomach pain sometimes. Sometimes I'll get acid reflux, sometimes I won't, and definitely like it's either constipation or not at all.
yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah, I'd get that checked out because that's how mine started. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, I grew up eating wheat and like gluten. But the thing with celiacs is you can have the gene, but the gene could be deactivated and it gets activated by trauma and it got activated by me falling on my back
Oh wow.
and cracking my spine. So that's what did it for me. And then I started having problems with gluten and everything.
My.
So yeah, it wouldn't hurt to get it checked.
Yeah, I
It
probably
also could
should.
be a different food allergy as well, but that sounds more like celiacs.
Yeah, I've noticed it only happens with gluten type stuff.
Yeah. Or it could be a gluten intolerance. You could get lucky and not have celiacs.
Hopefully. I really do need to stop ignoring it.
Yeah, because if you have it, it can cause stomach cancers and stuff.
Oh no.
All the
Yeah.
more reason to come
We
here.
should probably get that checked. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, I downed too much coffee before here, and I kind of have to pee really bad. So is it okay if I go, really go pee?
Yeah, go pee. I'll talk more about rats and stuff.
Okay, I've been struggling. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, have fun. So, since Emmy is gone, let's talk more about rats here. Or jumping spiders, whatever you want me to talk about. Not that you can talk back to me, but yes. Rats. Rats are super cute. I don't know. I think they're lovely pets, and if I could have one, I would. But I don't trust my youngest kitten to not attack it. And also, I live in an apartment building, and I don't think it'd be responsible to own a bigger animal like that until at least moving into a house or something. So I'm not doing it yet. But if you're ever looking for an animal that doesn't take up that much space, but you can still like pet and love and everything, rats are a pretty good choice. They're super cute, they can be super cuddly, and they're super smart. And they require, from my knowledge, is like a ferret cage. But make sure you get the right size, because you don't want too small of enclosure. And they do require to be outside of their cages, which is should be fine. They're super cute, and they'll follow you around from what I know, and they'll ride on your shoulder. I really like it. It's so cute. I love it. So yeah, I think people should like rats more. I understand if they're in your house and getting into things and like causing problems and everything, but that does not mean you should hate all rats. That's generalizing all rats. No generalizing here. We don't like it. Not at all. So, yeah, we don't generalize pets or animals or anyone or just anything. There's pros and cons to everything, guys. And you gotta learn to not generalize and think in black and white because of the way society has told us to think. Society is mean, guys. Oh, Emmy, where are you? I'm running out of I'm awkward. Okay, guys. I don't know what to say without Emmy here. It's weird. I don't know. And she's okay. Um, I wanted to start talking about jumping spiders, but I want to wait until Emmy gets back to more discuss that because jumping spiders are cute. I also should let Emmy talk about whatever she had another animal she wanted to talk about because she deserves to talk about an animal as well if she has another one. But I remember her saying she only looked up one, so we'll see what else if she has anything else to say about a different animal. I can't figure out how to crouch in this game. Emmy told me how to, but it wasn't. I don't know what button that is. It says left control, and I don't know which one that is. Um, I don't know which button that is, so. Oh, it's not that button. I was like, wait, is it this button? Oh my god, I figured it out. It's the control button. The left control button, of course. I'm just dumb. I'm dumb. It's okay. It's why. It's whatever. It's what we do with our lives. Wow, Emmy's taking a while in the bathroom. Or am I just crazy? Maybe her bathroom's at the other side of her apartment. Like, oh wait, no, my bathroom is right there. I have a bathroom on connected to my bedroom. I am being awkward, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, hold on. I'm yawning. Emmy. Emmy, 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 Emmy. Come back. Don't leave me alone. So pigeons. Pigeons can be pets. They actually were pets. Oh, I gotta tell Emmy that. They were pigeons are domesticated. They were so any pigeon you see outside are technically ferals, and it's our fault because we were the ones that domesticated them and then yeeted them away and were like, fuck you, we don't like you anymore, so go away. So it's our job to help them now. And we should be, because we are the one that did this to them. How dare us? But seriously, any pigeon you see outside, it's a feral pigeon, and they're supposed to be like, they're not wild anymore. We domesticated all of them, I think. And it's so sad. I feel bad for them because they their lifespan outside is 3 years, but if they live inside, their lifespan could be 5 to 7 years, I think. I can't remember exactly, but from what I recall, it was like drastically changed because pigeons are supposed to be inside beds. I'm gonna stare at Emmy's face. And we fucked them over. We were mean to them after we used them for carrying things during war, and they did things for us to help us, and then we ditched them. And we're like, fuck you. We don't like you anymore. Even though we we decided to domesticate them, and then we were like, no more about this. I know I'm repeating the same thing over and over, but that's because I didn't think Emmy would be in the bathroom this long. I kind of thought she would have been done by now. Um, so I'm kind of surprised she's in the bathroom for this long. It's been like a couple minutes now, a few, 3, 4 minutes, and I'm vastly surprised. But she can take the time she needs to do what she needs to do, I guess. I guess. But I don't know. People should just research animals no more and not automatically assume things without like looking into what this animal is about. Because there's a lot of like cute, smart animals that can be that are amazing for our ecosystem. Oh, Emmy,
Sorry.
you're back. That took you a while.
Sorry. Yeah. Unfortunately started my period, and so I had to clean up a little bit.
Oh,
Oh.
fun.
Love that for me.
Yeah, that can't be fun. That can't be fun. What
Anyways,
were you? What were we talking about before you ran away?
um, I've
I know you
stomach
needing.
issues.
Yeah, you were needing. I was telling you should get tested,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, because celiacs is not a fun thing to have if you have it. And it's just a simple blood test, but you'll probably need more if you have high numbers, and then you'll have to get an endoscopy, which is then just shoving a tube down your throat.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, so
That's
it's not bad. I did it twice, so. Did you have another animal you wanted to talk about?
um off the top of my head, no,
No. Okay.
but think about.
Well, we both seem to like jumping spiders.
Yes, they're cute.
So tell me why you think people should like them more.
I think they're a good introduction to spider. So, as I said earlier, spiders really freak me out, but I feel like um, if spiders. So, okay, wait. What am I trying to say? Yeah. If you're scared of spiders like I was, I feel like if you really take a look at jumping spiders, they're not as intimidating. They're really cute. They talk with their hands, and that's really cute. And I feel like it
Agreed.
eases the tension from spiders. Like it helps you not feel so afraid of them.
Yeah. No, I
And they're
agree.
cute.
Yeah, they're cute and they're tiny. They're
And they're so
really
tiny.
small. They don't have the capabilities of biting you, and nor would they.
Yes.
So, like, you don't have to be scared of them. Most of them aren't venomous. They're mostly safe, and they're very smart, actually. They're really smart for being so tiny. Because they can do a lot of stuff, and they're relatively easy to take care of. Like I was saying earlier, they just require a small enclosure, and you feed them every 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like you can feed them houseflies and stuff like that.
Mm. Oh yeah, I have a
They're
lot of those.
I don't. My cat eats them. She's very good at catching the flies and eating them and munching on their organs. My mom does not like it.
Well,
I'm like, they're cats, mom. They need to eat meat,
yeah,
and
that's
she's gonna eat
mm,
flies.
yummy,
You got a
yummy.
cat.
I'd be
So yeah.
thankful. I'd be like, thank you, cat.
Yeah. I mean, fair. She'd be getting rid of the flies for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to deal with flies, so why not have her do that? Oh, I can move this ball. Are you okay?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
What are you doing suspicious?
I'm not doing anything to word
Mm.
suspicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I promise. Look, I figured out how to crouch and everything.
Congratulations. Now
I
you can
didn't know how to
crouch.
do it. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize how it worked, and so I wasn't doing it for a while. I don't think I have anything else really to say about this subject. I think there's a lot of animals that people need to stop thinking in black and white and actually look into them more.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Because I think a lot of people are driven by fear, and that's valid. Your fear is valid. But if that fear is affecting your daily life or anything, you need to reevaluate it.
Hmm.
Or, I don't know. Fear is something that I think is a totally valid feeling. It just, I feel like people shouldn't generalize everything. There's so many generalizations going on between so many different subjects.
Yeah, it shouldn't fear shouldn't control you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was trying to find.
yeah, it's understandable that you're scared, but it definitely shouldn't be controlling your life and affecting other like animals or entities. Oh my. Entities.
Oh my god, this totally. So yeah, fear shouldn't control you. I was sorry, this is off topic. I was doing my schoolwork yesterday. Specifically, there was a part about solving problems, and it was like, okay, I know how to do this because I'm literally in therapy for solving problems. And so I responded the way that they wanted that I've learned to do in my therapy, and they're like, nope, that's not correct. I'm like,
What?
why? Typically, there were steps in solving a problem. They were like evaluate the problem, think about possible solutions, do a possible solution, and then evaluate the effectiveness. I'm like, you should evaluate the effectiveness of all the solutions you have before you do a random solution.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's completely wrong. Like, if you're just gonna be like, I have all these solutions, I'm gonna do this one. Oh, I fucked up. Well, let's reevaluate the effectiveness of that. Do it beforehand. See how each one would be effective before you do it.
Are they trying to like do like some kind of like the scientific method or something? Is that what they're trying to do?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay them attention that much. All I know is like I was like, what the fuck? This is not how I was being taught in therapy.
That's strange. Yeah, that's really strange.
I was baffled. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you
Cause
get
what?
it? Did you get it worked out or
Nah, I just got it wrong.
okay. Yeah, I would have too. I would have just been like, "Okay then. Whatever you say."
Fair, fair. Yeah, I think yeah, that's literally all I have to talk about. I think the next podcast, Emmy, we should talk about our journeys through discovering our queer entities. Since we are a queer podcast, we should talk about some queer stuff.
Ooh, okay.
So I do think we should talk about our journeys through life and how we figured out how like how we figured out our identities basically.
That's gonna be a real subject for me because that's kind of a recent development for me, like within the past few like a year or so.
Yeah, and mine has been pretty long, so we have very different journeys through this. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Wouldn't it be fun?
I think that's all we have for today for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode,
And
and
enjoyed
I
the
hope
animal talk. Now you will buy all of the jumping spiders and rats and axolotls
and pigeons.
and pigeons.
Oh, pigeons. Just don't buy too many.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the pigeons might try and eat the jumping spiders.
Oh God.
I'm not 100% sure though. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Oh yeah, yeah, me.
I'll be. Oh.